Hey guys, here doing a deck profile on, I guess we'll just call it Lava Kings. I built the deck for Nick, and he went to the Sioux Falls Regional. He didn't top, but we did some interesting techs in here, so we just want to show him off. What place did you take though?
I took 63rd
63rd.
out of 167.
What decks did you beat, and which ones did you lose?
I it was half and half on the Mermail decks, and I lost a karaoke OTK deck and a Dark Wheel deck, and
Decks you should have beat, but didn't get
decks
the
I
hands.
should have
Okay.
decks I should have.
All right. Well, let's just get it off. First interesting deck is the Lava Golem.
Which annoyed the heck out of everybody all
Yeah,
day.
you know, whenever you play against Six Sam or anyone that locks anything down, you just Lava Golem, and then you play an Onslaught. And then during their turn, they have turn player priority, so they can they'll pass it to you, but then you pass it back. They burn, and then you summon out your Grunics and blow them up.
But there's no question in that.
But this annoyed everybody.
It annoyed the heck out of everybody because they locked their field down.
And then we ran 2 Grunics because 3 is cloggy, mainly because we run 1 Phoenix.
Yeah.
Phoenix is good for that continuous heavy storm.
Especially when they destroy each other like that.
3 dogs. How much times did people deal with the dog, Nick?
Deal with the dog all day, man. Every freaking duel.
Yeah. And then worst case scenario, if you just have to get around a Thunder King or something, you play an Onslaught, Crash. 3 Brongs, because Brong's the deck right now. Searches. He's your searcher. The way this deck starts out is if you start off with a Brong and a Onslaught, you're pretty set up for 3 turns. 1 Cannoneer. How do you work?
It worked out well.
Okay.
I loved having them because a lot of times the Grunix and the Phoenix would come to the hand or the Golem, and I wouldn't need them. So I'd just be like, okay, I'll burn you for 1,000 real quick.
And then 1 Fox. How'd the Fox work out?
Fox, I didn't see him played at all really today. I tried to go into rekindling plays, but that was the only thing. I didn't see much plays.
No, we run the Fox mainly because we run 2 Magicians. You summon a Magician, and then during the next turn, you just special summon him, and then you go into your Shockmaster plays. You go. He's a Highlander. You can only there's only one. You can only have one. So double the Flaming Unicorn. How do you do?
Oh, I liked him.
Worked out perfectly for the mill. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want him more than I wanted Barong at times because then that way I could get shit to the graveyard and circle at the same time. So
yeah. Card Trooper for the milling and the draw. Did he work out fine?
He worked out fine.
Or did you mill traps and spells all day?
No, I worked. It was like spells and monsters all day. Plus, it came to whenever I needed to crash, I'd crash and then draw.
All right. And then we run the triple Scarecrow because we tried running Trag, but if you drop the Trag, then you get your Onslaught to your hand. Then guess what? You got a card in your way, and you have to wait another turn. Gores, you have cards up face up on the field, and it just seemed to be better how to work out in the tournament.
Oh, fantastic! Like all my matches, they all tried to go OTK, but they had to wait 4 or 5 turns to do it.
That's funny.
So,
and then of course, triple Onslaught, triple Circle, because it's Onslaught and Circle. Triple Rekindling, because you might mill 1 or 2 of them, and all you really need is that 1 play. How much times do you play this?
All the time. As soon as it came to the hand, I'd play it.
Okay.
For that time, I'd have a toolbox of a graveyard. So
we run 1 Tankin. It's 2 is too cloggy, and whenever you only have 1 monster that's target, which is the Bronc, you don't need 2.
I've seen a lot of that played. Yeah. Every time I played, they think I was running Fire Kings, but our Fire Fist. But, it was good for the search, and plus the boost in attack too.
Run 1 Thunder Crush mainly because we only have 1. I might have swapped something out for it, but it destroys all monsters on your side of the field, and then burns damage for 3. So for those close games, it's really nice to draw that 1 Avarice because it's Avarice. The still Orichalcos because we like to steal souls, and not only that, it makes everything a big beater. Did you play this a lot?
I played that a lot.
Okay.
Played it a lot.
I had a dream the night before. We were going to run 2 MSTs, but we decided to run 1 Bait Doll because I dreamt that he won with a bait doll. Did it work at all?
Yeah, it worked really well.
Did you troll people with it?
I trolled one or two of them, and whenever I'd hit a Starlight Road.
Oh, nice.
Or a Solemn Judgment or something.
So you play it, you force them to activate it if it can be activated at any time. So you hit that compulse, they got to bounce one, and all the only monsters is theirs. They got to bounce it back. Will if it's not the right time, it just destroys it, and then it pops back to your deck. So. And then, of course, you got to run the Holy Trinity in this deck because it's a pretty autopilot deck whenever it gets rolling. 2, breakthrough skill, because if you mill it, that's okay because during your turn, you just banish and negate anything that you want negated.
Worked great against Logia, especially whenever I wanted to summon out a Baron, or any type of Fire King or Fire Monster from the deck to the field. They couldn't detach for that.
Okay.
For the cost,
so it was a good tech, and then obviously you got to run that because it's fucking torrential tribute. All right, Zim Maze because he's Zim Maze. How did you do this at all?
I did that quite a bit. Cowboy actually helped out quite a bit. A couple of times it got me that extra boost towards the win. It's self-explanatory. It's Cowboy.
Yeah, it's Cowboy, and then double Diamond Dire Wolf because it's double Diamond Dire Wolf, and he can it's made for this deck. Zim,
Maestro a couple times.
Yeah, Koichi just because sometimes the dog's not enough, and this will be.
Well, with that, I didn't see much play with that because every time they'd see what my deck was doing, they would never have 2 monsters or a couple spells in the field.
And then Shockmaster. Did you Shockmaster at all?
Shockmaster at all.
Okay. But when it does, it's funny as hell. And then he runs. I thought we only ran one of these.
Well, I added in the second one just in case I wanted to pop everything, and then.
Did you ever go on it?
I tried to go for it once, and then by the time I tried to overlay, they would
warning it.
Warning it or Solemn Judgment it. Or
Double Rose.
Rose helped out quite a bit.
One.
Mistform didn't see play at all.
They didn't see play. Wow.
Yeah.
That's just one of those. If I can, it's a rekindling play. Double Scrap, because obviously Scrap makes things happen.
That helped out a lot, especially in the plays with the Grunix and the Phoenix, because then I could, cycle them back.
And then 1 Stardust, just for that late game grind. Yep. What did you take out for the second?
There was just an extra spot in there.
Oh, you just had 1 extra spot? Yeah. Okay. I was 300 miles away from the tournament, so I couldn't tell him one way or the other. 1 Spell Shattering Arrow.
Fire Fist.
Did it work?
Worked out well.
Okay. And then he runs triple Royal Decree because they're shiny.
Yeah.
And you got to run 3. Stop those bottomless because that kills the deck and the Compulse. Double Compulse. Did you go for that on?
Yeah, a couple times.
Did it work?
It worked out well.
All right. 1 bottomless apparently. 1 MST, just mainly for the 6 Samurai deck and the Rabbit. And same thing with this, the Best Tornado, just to get that extra pop. Did you use this at all?
I used that a couple times.
Chain Disappearance.
Yeah, especially in Mermails. Helped out great against Mermails. Dark Worlds.
Imperial Iron Wall for the Dark Worlds. And then Mind Crush.
Tried to get it a couple times, it just didn't work out.
Yeah. See here. Okay, declare 1 card name. Your opponent. Yep. So yeah, you didn't side these against Dark Worlds, did you? Well, if you did, you have to call it the spells. Okay. That's funny. So that's the deck. Didn't do as good as I wanted it to, but it beat Mermals. And what was your matchups?
My matchups, worst matchups, because I didn't have the right size for it, was Dark Worlds. The Card Courier OTK got around everything I did. Just they pushed hard for the second turn. Other than that, if I could have, I would have beat the second Mermail player I played against. Only just he got it because he went into the Undyne engine and just rate face.
You couldn't compete with the consistency.
No, I couldn't.
All right. Well, that's as good as it did. So, see you guys later.